So, yes, I was just scrolling through YouTube videos somehow. You know how you see the ads? For some reason, I seen this lady. I'm not sure if you guys heard of her or not. Her name is Candace Owens. It's right here. You can see it. Um, and I come across her video on YouTube, and she's talking about how she does not support George Floyd. And I was kind of confused by what is she saying? She doesn't support him. So basically what I'm saying is that she made a whole publicity trip and spoke on this poor dude's life who was killed by the police. Just blood was just shed for no reason, just killed just because they basically could do it and get away with it. And here she is, kind of more on, I feel like, on the system side, basically saying that, oh, George Floyd was high off methamphetamine when he died, and he was a criminal, and this and that, and all these things about this man. When that's how people are, that's how the system is. They don't want us to see black people as good people, as smart, educated people. They always want to say, oh, he's a criminal, he's a drug dealer, and all these sayings are just words to symbolize or cover up the N word. You see what I'm saying? If you look and pay attention to what the 13th Amendment is, I can tell you the definition. I wrote it down right here. It says, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. So this whole system was designed for you to fail. You just read right there that I seen that law was made up in 1749, right after slavery ended. That was just a way for them to keep people enslaved and keep people's mind enslaved. And what I'm hearing from you is that you're saying all these hateful things. I have to play your video again to really hit the exact points to argue about. But basically what I'm saying is that by you justifying that this man was a criminal and that he wasn't great of a person is terrible. We don't know George Floyd personally. Your opinion of him, you don't know him personally. I don't know him personally. He has a mother. He has a father. He has brothers and he has kids. These people are hurting about losing their family member. And here you are here to say, oh, I don't think he was a civil rights activist. But here you are taking this man's publicity from dying and trying to blow up off the shit on YouTube and bring it up and try to justify what you're talking about the books you've read and all the things you've done. But obviously, from what I see is you're not too proud of being African American. You wish you were white. You want to be a white person because you feel that that being African American isn't the thing you want to be because you feel that you're better than other people. And I don't understand that. Also, a part where I would like to say is where you said that these police lives matter and they should be able to protect themselves. So black people shouldn't be able to protect themselves? We shouldn't be able to protect ourselves? Is that what you're saying? Because as soon as you're convicted of a crime, you're losing rights to everything. You're a slave. You can't get a job. You can't purchase your own gun. You can't get your own place. You'll be basically a slave forever, for your whole life. For what? For being black, for being targeted. A lot of these people who are in jail right now, it says convicted. You're not convicted of a crime till you're saying guilty. So why before you are convicted in jail, you're sitting in jail all this time figuring out like, wow, when can I go home? Am I guilty or not? You're sitting in jail and all of your rights are being taken from you. You're being taken away from your family. You can't see them. You can't call them. You can't talk to them. There's people who spent 10 years in jail and didn't do anything. So I'm just kind of wondering where you're getting all these thoughts and ideas. I can tell that you're a privileged African American person. You truly are, aren't you? You probably never had EBT, food stamps, never lived in a poverty in the projects neighborhood. All these things and all these things that are going on, they're set up this way. I really advise you to wake up. I'm not going to be angry at you for not being awake because there's a lot more people like you, like Lil Wayne and all these other people who have money or who don't really see oppression because it's more about money and economics, where you are in the world and how much money you have. It's not really about race and color anymore. As you can see that you're African American, but you're saying these terrible things about your people, the people with the same descent, the people from the same ancestors as you. George Floyd's ancestors have the same ancestors as you. And you guys' ancestors were slaves to white people. Yes. You wouldn't even be allowed to get on YouTube and know all of those words if it wasn't for the civil rights movement and a lot of these things of black people being free and, learning something. But you need to learn a lot more. You need to read. I advise you to read the Willie Lynch letter, The Making of a Slave, because you're really lost and really confused on who you are and who you want to be. I'm sorry to tell you.